I'm your strike.
My James Bond belts, the 007, that 62 on my couch.
I'm an undercover liar. I lie under the covers. Look a witch in the eyes and tell her, baby, I love you. You're my inspiration, my motivation. You're the reason why I move it with no hesitation. Yeah. I just come from the lowest part. Bright light, city light, I gotta make it. Yeah. Come on. Make it. Ooh, woo! What is going on? Y'all. Okay, you guys gotta forgive me because this is kind of like a invisible mukbang type of episode. Okay, well I'm just eating. Anyway, so let's talk about power, y'all. First of all, let me start out by saying congratulations to Naturi Norton, who became engaged over the holiday weekend, y'all. Yeah, I am so excited for her. So she got engaged to her love interest that oddly enough she was introduced to by her TV husband Ghost, played by actor Omari Hardwick. So he introduced them, and they have been inseparable ever since. So honey, he gave her the whole lavish hookup. Oh my God, she thought that she was going for a Christmas photo shoot, you know, and he ended up surprising her with a lavish photo shoot um with the princess. I mean, he had the glam squad, the clothes picked out, oh, I mean everything. And she has not revealed her love interest identity. And I don't blame you, girl. Keep your business quiet. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody always, it seemed like nobody want them until they see you got them. You heard me? Anyway, so he got the glam squad. He got her this beautiful princess dress. He got the baby Zuri all glammed up as well, and he had invited all of the family, friends, loved ones. Even honey had a Disney theme with Mickey and Minnie. And I mean, it was just gorgeous. And he even got the baby. Zuri even got her own ring. You heard me? Because he said to her, when I'm committing to you, I'm committing to her as well. So she got a gold band, which included an inset of her birthstone. It looked like a little ruby stone, if I'm not mistaken, but I might have to get back with you on that. But at any rate, my goodness, Naturi's engagement ring is gorgeous. Okay, honey, she has all kind of reasons to be proud of herself, and she has all kind of equipment, honey, to shade on her haters. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know when she was with the group, I think the name of the group is 3LW or L3W or anywho. It's a past memory. But they were extremely rude and extremely mean to her. And I mean, they teased her, talk about her color, um, I mean, smash food or whatever up in her face and all this, that type of thing. Bullied her. Um, they just really gave her a hard time in that group. However, they say to tell a quite different story, but I believe the girl. She don't have any reason to lie. But oh, baby, don't just appreciate her glow up. But check out my girls grow up. You hear me? She grew up fat. Hey, so check this out. We know Tasha St. Patrick has been going through being on trial for the murder of her husband or ex-husband at the time, Mr. James St. Patrick, aka Ghost, aka Lieutenant Governor James St. Patrick. We know that she was standing trial for this, and we know that she had Mr. Davis McLean who was representing her, but we also know that the crooked district USA district attorney was really trying to get her and get her son. He was trying to nail it so he can get some come up on his own and try to get his little save his little tail and shine. But he's very anal individual. So nonetheless, she was standing trial for this, and they were trying to figure out her defense. Well, once Tariq found out um, by Davis's former lover that Davis was actually working with the prosecution to set him up, he decided to, okay, I got plans. Let me tell you something about this little young boy, Mr. Tariq St. James St. Patrick. That little man got a mind like that, been here before. Some of the stuff that he was hooked into with this game or whatever, he was telling his mama to teach me the game. He should have been teaching his mama the game. Because truth be known, for this young man to be only 18 years old on this show, he got a lot of street knowledge and he know this game quite well. Kanan taught him good. His daddy taught him too, but Kanan gave him some hands-on experience. So anyway, um, once Tariq found that out, he kind of outsmarted the prosecution by going up there. And when they told him, when the prosecution was called him to the stand to testify, and he subpoenaed him, Tariq flipped the script. He never answered the question. He never, which is okay by him not answering that question, and he never ever uh um what you call not incriminated himself at all, because he went back and he hired the former leader of the USA attorneys and got her back in the picture, the one that Davis McLean had working for him, but she quit because she knew that they was full of, well, Tasha fired her, whatever. And so she was no longer in the case. But once she took on being Tariq's attorney, she knew that they were all up to no good. So she schooled him up on how to beat this and get Tasha off and all that. Smart girl, smart woman. So what happened when he got up on the stand and he was being examined by the prosecutor? He told the prosecutor asked him about being at Truth the night of the murder, and he said, "Yeah, I was there." Hold on. So he asked him, were you there? And Tariq said, yeah, I was there. But what I want to know is why were you there with a gun? So he knew that he was about to be set up. So he decided to flip the script and set him up. And then he said, and I want to know also, why am I being followed? And why were you recording me the night I went to my father's grave after I had been drugged? And you knew who drugged me, don't you? And so once he threw all of that out, and the judge was like, "Oh, I want to know too." Well, his boss, the prosecuting attorney's boss, was sitting in the thing, called to go to the benches. The judge called him to the quarters. The prosecuting attorney's boss threw him out, offered them a deal, got Tasha off. So Tasha comes off, and she gets out, but she in their conditions. She has to testify and say that Tommy was the leader of the drug. Was a drug kingpin. He was the leader of the entire organization, and he had to pin Ghost's murder on Tommy. She had to pin the murder on Tommy as well. So this was the whole idea of defense. Now, at this point, they don't really care who did it. They just want to get somebody because this is a high profile case. A lieutenant governor was killed, so on and so forth. They don't want to change his name because the political affiliations to it. So now at this point, they just want to get somebody because they can't look stupid by not getting anybody. So they offer her to put her and the kids and her mom in protective custody for the rest of her life as long as she were to testify against Tommy. Well, Tasha Park Street and Tasha Park Tasha. So when the street code is you don't snitch no matter what. You don't snitch. You never snitch. So that was part of the thing she was concerned about, but she knew that Tommy was out to get her, not only for implicating him in Ghost's murder, but also for killing Lakeisha. He has yet to find out that not only did he kill Holly in Ghost's defense, but that Holly was pregnant. So he still have to find that part out. At any rate, uh, after hesitation, but Tariq talking her into it, Tasha decides, okay, well, I'll go ahead and I'll take the bid. I'll take the the deal. So she took the deal and she got off. They celebrated for every bit of 5 minutes before Tariq told her, "Mom, I'm not going with you. I'm staying in the game." Pretty much is what he said. I'm gonna go to college, but I'm staying in the game. Blah blah blah. And I can't just get off with the um Monet like that. I still gotta continue to work with her. And this goes on, that goes on. So Tasha wants her son out of the game. So she decides to go behind Tariq's back and to go talk to Monet. At first, I think she was kind of gaining in with sympathy from the using the mommy card with Monet and saying, yeah, well, you're a mother, you understand, your son has been shot and hospitalized, you almost lost him, and I do know, you going through the same kind of situation with your husband, you really the boss. Tasha knows how to, talk and get in the lady's head. So she's like, you're the real boss. You know how to do this. So let's go ahead and, let my son go. And she was kind of good. She said, nah, he in too deep. He's too valuable to me. Your son belongs to me now. He your son, but he belongs to me. So with that, right at that point, the bar starts to get shot up. Well, initially, of course, we thinking that it's the gang members trying to pay back for them knocking off so many other gang members and all and the young boy getting drowned in a swimming pool and all this, that, and the other until until you see that bad blue Mustang, baby, driving by. When you see that blue Mustang driving by, you knew who it was. Sheriff Tommy was back in town and he was taking everybody down. So when the gunfire stopped and they heard the car drive away. Tasha ran to the door and when she saw that Mustang, she said, "Oh shoot, I'm messed up. This Tommy's back and he's coming after me." And he knows that they're trying to pin this murder on him. So when she said that, she ran back to Tariq's room, started packing his stuff up, saying, "I gotta go. I'm leaving. I'm this and that. No, I'll take care of myself. You go there." And he said, "But Tommy is a killer." And Tariq looked at her and said, "So am I." And she stopped and she had to realize, dang, I'm in the game. I mean, my son is deep in this. And there's nothing I could do. I taught him that. He learned it from his dad. He was born into it. So she decides that instead of taking the deal, she was gonna run because she wasn't gonna snitch on Tommy. So she was just gonna make a run for it. But she's gonna leave the kids with her mom, and Tariq's gonna stay in college, and she's just gonna take money and run on her own. So when she decides to do that, Tariq knows that it's a bad idea. So in the meantime, the feds come to pick her up to take her to start taking her off. Right as that comes on, Tommy comes and pays Tariq. Oh no, Tariq finds Tommy leaving Lakeisha's son's house. So he's leaning up against the car and he's talking. So Tommy is telling him at this point, I told your dad I wouldn't get you. I'll let you go. But if you don't get your skinny tail off, I'll beat your tail right now. And he was like, I gotta talk to you because I can't let you take my mom, blah, blah, blah. Oh, your mama dead. Your mama dead. That's what Tommy's saying. Your mama dead. I owe her a bullet for killing ghosts and then trying to pin it on me. And then, matter of fact, I owe her another bullet for what she did to Lakeisha. So Tariq says, what if we can get you out of this? So, what if I can work you out of this? He said, you got 2 seconds. So Tariq talks him into something. So initially, he talks him into following uh, Tasha in this whole thing and not driving that Mustang, though. He wasn't driving that Mustang. So he followed him in the BMW. They find him. They see him coming. So they trying to close in on him. Tommy outsmarts them and runs into a hydrant or something, and the car explodes. And before they could get up close enough to try to get his body out or anything, boom, he's incinerated right in front of their faces. So that's a wrap. So now they have no one dependent on. So basically, they believe that Tommy is dead, but they still think that Tasha has someone after them, after her. So they know that whatever. So she decides that she's gonna run, she's gonna run or whatever. But Tariq thinks it's a bad idea. So he sets her up and he tells her to meet him, and he goes to the graveyard to visit his father's grave, and she's there. And while he's there, he sets her up and have the feds come and scoop her up and take her off. Well, while he's taking her off, the feds are taking her off. He's like, "Ma, I love you," and she's like, I come go with me." He's like, I cannot go. So he knows that he's never going to see his mother again. He's never going to see Yaz again. And the part that when they played that part out, man, I started tearing up because it was like so believable between these two. So this is the part that brings me to this. Um, with that particular scene and following Naturi Naughton on Instagram, it leads me to believe that this is her exit from Power altogether. So she goes in there and she goes, "Well, it's been 7 wonderful seasons. Courtney Kim, thank you, and and you've been wonderful. You brought the best out of me, and so on and so forth." And normally, when one of the cast members show the pictures or show their exit and write this little thank you note, that means that okay, it's over, you know. So this gives me the inkling that if Power Book 2 does get picked up for more seasons, or however they choose to do it, will Tasha is Tasha gone out of it forever? Is she ever coming back? You know, this was the season finale, but was it the series finale is what I'm concerned about. So, and will Tasha St. Patrick part be revised, or Would they put her back um, in the script, or would she do cameos, or what have you? I don't know. But at this particular point, Tasha made her exit on this finale. She played a wonderful Naturi Norton. I mean, she really brought life to the whole Tasha St. Patrick, a drug queen pin, ride or die woman, wounded woman, cheating woman, powered thinking woman. It just makes me wonder if she would ever come back as in any part. I'm sorry, y'all. The theme music want to come back on its own. So, I mean, I just think she did a wonderful job. She brought life to that part. She really, made it believable. And as for if this is her exit, what is she going to do now? What projects she going to work on going forward? And I know whatever it is, honey, she came in on top. She left on top, and there's greater things for her. And I'm just so happy for her. I'm so happy for her glow up, and even happier for her grow up. I think she did a wonderful job. So now we go to uh the situation with Tommy. So after she's pulled off by the feds and taken into protective custody, lo and behold, Tommy comes from behind one of the headstones and put a gun to Tariq's head and said, "Okay, I knew your little slick tail was gonna do something like this. This ain't over. Your mama dead. I'm still gonna kill her." And he said, "Well, if we ever see each other again, maybe we could be different or whatever, because they already think you dead. What's the point?" And so he goes, just maybe when we see each other again, our paths cross again, things will be different or whatever. He said, "You'll never see me again." So that's what Tommy said, and he left. But we know that Tommy's going to resurface because he has another series based on him. So now we move to little Tariq finally got hemmed up and caught alone by Kane. So what do you do in a situation when you have a family, a king, your the people that you are your distributors or what have that are supplying you with your drugs, and you're working for them, and their son who has been their enforcer all this time, even though he's hot headed, he's lost it or what have you. What do you do when you are caught between a rock and a hard place, where the son wants you dead, but the mama wants you working for him, but she's angry with her own kid, and you really owe him a bully because he tried to kill you. And his mom says, as long as if he come after you and you put a bullet in him, that's different. But if you go chasing after him, I'm gonna kill you myself. So he's caught between a rock and a hard place. So what do you try to do in a situation like that? You try to mend fences with the family and the prodigal son, so to speak. So, but Tariq had to prove himself to Cain to make Cain think that I am on your side. I got your back. Just trust me. So he had to prove himself trustworthy. And what other way could he prove himself trustworthy but to take Kane's gun, the same gun that was used to kill Rodriguez, the boyfriend slash police officer that holds Monet to cover up everything, and to kill his professor. Now, Tariq is smarter than the surface. So not only did he take this man out who could witness him being the one that shot him, but he can also take that same gun and hold on to it and implicate him for that professor's murder. But Kane is not thinking that way. Kane is only thinking one sided, which is get back in with my family. Everybody in my family hates me. I'm ousted. Nobody loves me. I can't do my own thing. But when Kane left and took all of the corner men with him. So they have no runners to keep the drugs on the street. Now they have to depend on Tariq, but Kane doesn't like that because Tariq is getting all his shine, and he's worked so hard trying to be that one for his family. So Tariq end up he's upset about the man writing the book about him anyway. This man has been stealing all Tariq's papers and using them for his book, and he's gotten advances. So Tariq got money out the man and still knocked him off, and he did it with Kane's gun. So the boy is really not as dumb as people think he is. He's quite intelligent. The next thing is that we got a former prosecutor sleeping with the golden child of the Tejada family. So is she really up to something behind the scenes? Like, is she really trying to set this family up to bring them down? Is she going to end up being a part of this family? What is her angle? And with Courtney Kemp, you just don't know. You just gotta watch to find out, kind of thing, because she thinks so far ahead. And it's like she has the ending before she even plots out the before and during. So that's quite interesting. And then you have um, this thing with him and his co-partner in business, and you're wondering how that relationship is going to go. But he regained his trust by proving that the prosecutor's niece was the one that drugged him, that she was actually just getting close to him to set Tariq up. The girl comes back and try to please her case, but it doesn't work. This is an identical situation to the Tommy Ghost situation. It's just a replay of it, a younger year, a younger age, but it's just a replay of the same situation, and it's going to be really interesting going forward if this show is continued on to see how this all plays out. I'm really interested in seeing it. So I don't know, with the death um the teacher who also did posted his pictures of being all shot up, with the death of the instructor, the professor, with the death of Rodriguez, but his body gone, like, hook, line, and sinker, if you know what I mean. So how is this gonna play out? Is Tariq's plan gonna work and get Kane back in with his family? And then now, is it gonna be that he's always gonna be a under Tariq's watchful eye at all the time? In other words, is Monet gonna put Kane Tariq in charge of Kane? And how is that gonna continue to play out? Is Monet gonna gracefully allow Kane to come back and gracefully take this family, to the next level in this organization? Will their dad come home? Would they use the COVID thing to get his daddy out of prison with this? I don't know. Would they be, because that could be political. That could be quite political. But would they let him come home and take over the streets again? And how is Tommy gonna play into this? How are all these other pieces gonna come together? How is the piece with Tate gonna come into this? You know what I'm saying? Um, it's gonna be quite interesting, but I am ready for it. Like Tommy said, I want all the smoke, and I want all of it. I want all the smoke, all the rest of the episodes. This kind of thing makes you like want to run through the next few months, jog on through the next few months just to see what the next episode is going to come to. So, um, this is kind of a spoiler for some of the people. So I hope if you didn't watch it yet, that you didn't really listen to this. I probably should, put a little disclaimer up in the beginning, but maybe I'll go back and edit that. But I'm glad you tuned in. Like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to me. My Cash App is $ Sis-Lo. If you want to be so gracious and to support the channel, I appreciate it. We're gonna start the new year off right with this nice little power review. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with some more reviews and having some more conversations. We're going to talk about this stimulus thing too, because I'm not the one too happy. I don't have mine yet. So I hope y'all spending quite happily out there. See your girl something, because she ain't got her stimulus yet. You heard me? And the landlord says, this trick better have my money. No, I'm just kidding. So thank you for tuning in. Please leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode and about this finale, and what do you think about it going forward? Do you think Tariq is ghost reincarnated? Do you think that him and his little co-partner in crime are the new Ghost and Tommy? What girl do you think he's gonna end up with in the end? What part is Effie gonna have to play on it? How's the professor's death gonna ring, and is it gonna raise suspicions on Tariq's behalf? Just let me know. Let me know. He didn't see, the professor didn't share his suspicions about Tariq. Um, with the young lady. Well, as far as him being a drug dealer, but he did think that she was sleeping with him. She had no idea that he was sleeping with the Tejada boy, so the basketball star. So let's see how this gun plays out. And by the way, uh, Zeke is cute and all, but he is so goofy. He is like really goofy. Like some of his mannerisms and the way he shifts his eyes around, rolling his eye, he is so goofy to me. But I mean, he's nice looking. He got body, but you know, sometimes that ain't everything. He don't have no sex appeal. He just ain't sexy. He ain't. He really ain't. But anyway, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and support. And I don't say goodbye, because goodbye is too permanent. So I just say later for now. I love you on purpose, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Later for now. Hey.